as an activity. I went to the European Union in Brussels in September and had a really nice day going around the interpreting section and the translation section. I met really amazing people who spoke lots of different languages, people who translate in and out of 6, 7, 8 languages. It was really, really cool. I also met the head of one of these language divisions who, he said to me kind of, well, we've met these polyglots before. And, yeah, sure, you can speak a lot of languages, but we're always very skeptical of the fact that this is actually the case with any of you. Because, why would you be able to learn so many languages at such a high level when it takes so long just to learn one? So, what do you say to that? You kind of say, okay, okay. This is what I do, and I do enjoy it, and I know lots of people that do it too, and one day, hopefully, we'll get round to persuading you that this exists. The second experience I had that was along these lines was much more recently, in fact, last week, when I was in Budapest, and I met up with a very nice Hungarian journalist who wanted to talk to me about what polyglot means, what it is, and why it should be of interest to Hungarian people. And basically, her line of questioning was quite straightforward. Why? Why? Again and again and again. And I don't think she was trying to be kind of aggressive. I don't think she was trying to be rude. She just genuinely didn't understand why you would want to learn so many languages. She said, but I speak Hungarian and I speak English and I travel to all the places you do and I speak English and I get by absolutely fine. So why should I learn French or German or any of these other languages? And you start to explain some of the reasons, and again, she's just going, okay, but why? So kind of what I want to do in this talk is address a little bit what this why is. I want to move away from the idea that many people have outside of our community, that what we do is just kind of a random hobby. It's just kind of playing at languages, learning little bits of this, learning little bits of that. Because I don't know about you, but my experience has been that that's not actually the case. I don't just learn languages because I fancy it or I feel like it, but every time when I've learned a language, especially to a level where I feel that I can use it properly, there's been a real reason. There's been a need, and there certainly is a very strong story behind why I've got to that place. And I don't think that those reasons, those stories, are anything unique to me or unique to anyone in this room. I personally think that anyone can enjoy those reasons, anyone can enjoy those factors that bring us towards learning languages, and that's personally why I believe we should be campaigning as much as possible to spread the message of multilingualism as far and wide as we can, so that as many people out there that want to and that are in a position where they feel like it's necessary, where we convince them that it's necessary, will learn languages too, so they can enjoy this multilingual world that we all inhabit. Now, I'm going to tell you 3 little stories about me and languages to illustrate some of these points. Okay, this is visualization of the story. Okay. So, my mother's half Greek. Her grandmother my grandmother, came to the UK just after the war, at a time when it wasn't very popular to be a foreigner in the UK. The police was called within the first week of her being in the UK because someone said that there was a foreigner on the street, which is kind of amazing, but that was 1945. And when my mum was born, my grandmother didn't really speak very good English, but she tried really, really hard to speak English, but she spoke to my mother ultimately in English itself. Now, it being late 1940s back then, it was not popular to be foreign in the UK, as probably in most of Europe at that time. It was not popular to speak languages, and my mother simply just wanted to be English. She wanted to fit in. And so she didn't learn Greek from her mother at all. It was only much later that she went to Greece and worked there as a teacher and then learnt Greek. And then, of course, when I came along, a couple of years later, she tried to pass the language on to me. Now, this picture is one of my earliest memories. Not exactly, I found it on Google, but it represents it. Okay. This is life in London. If any of you have ever lived in London, this is the most common thing that you look at, okay? You're in a car or a bus going from one side of London to another and it's raining, okay? This is where most of your life happens. Certainly my life as a child, this was the scene. And these were the opportunities where my mother would try to speak Greek to me and try to teach me Greek. So this is the scene. My mother's sitting there, she's going, κοίταξε Αλέξανδρε, κοίταξε το φανάρι που είναι κόκκινο, κοίταξε το άλλο αυτοκίνητο που είναι μπλε, μπλε το αυτοκίνητο, μπλε. Κοίταξε, κοίταξε μεγάλο αυτοκίνητο εκεί. And I said, yeah, okay. Great. And she's going, how can I teach him Greek? How can I make him want to do this? Every time we'd be in the car, she'd pick me up from nursery school, she'd describe the entire world around me in Greek, and I'd just go, yeah. To remember a cartoon from Lilia's presentation yesterday, my friend lives over there, to distract from what she's saying. I wasn't interested at all. Relatives would come round, and my mother would say to them, you must speak Greek to him. You must speak Greek to him. So they would sit and say, how are you, τι κάνεις, όλα καλά, τι γίνεται, πώς πάει το σχολείο, and how's school, how are things, and I just go, fine. They speak to me in Greek, I'd reply in English, okay? That continued till about the age of 6.